I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
What's up, fam? And welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host, Christopher. And we're going to talk toys. We're going to talk toys for a minute. Before we do that, a couple of days ago, it was my birthday. This being late July, as of this filming. Again, I apologize for the noise in the background, as I do try to shoot my videos in cooler weather in the fall, and then schedule them so I don't have to be in my garage shooting videos with a fan on so I won't sweat to death. But alas, sometimes I have to load up the camera and shoot some stuff because I got to talk to my people about some current events or whatever. Also, like I said, it was my birthday a couple of days ago, this being late July, and this was a gift from one of my best friends, a nice small batch of Japanese whiskey, which we are going to give a little sample to, just a little bit. I am sure. Please, by all means, join me if you want to. Let's release this bouquet. Let's get a little release. Oh, that smells good. And it tastes as good as it smells. I have two action figures here. I paid $35 a piece for these action figures, which is a lot of money. No discounts. Well, maybe a little bit on this one since this was a Target exclusive, and I believe I had some Target bucks, whatever Target reward dollars, knocked a couple of bucks off. Still, $35. These $70 and tax for a couple of action figures. The question that we're asking today as we open these two action figures is, are they worth $35? I am going to say no, they are not. And I am going to try to prove my point why. Now, I know there are a lot of people who are loyal to brands, who are loyal to Hasbro or whatever, and make excuses for not just for Hasbro, but for whatever, be it a toy company, a food company, your sports team. I don't do that. I think everything should be judged independently. So I'm going to give some examples here real quick, if you hold on a second. So we're going to do a little Q&A. I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to answer a question. You can answer in the background, and I'll pretend like I've heard you. So the question is, and mind you, I did not go to business school. I did go to school, but I didn't go to business school. But here's the question. This Ant-Man figure, do you feel that it's worth $25? The answer, for me, is no. It is not worth $25. It seems like a reused body of the previous Ant-Man. It has minimal accessories, at least same accessories as the same one before. And no, this would be, in my opinion, for the price that they charge, a pure profit situation for Hasbro. Not worth $25. Future Ant-Man, is this figure to you worth $25? No, absolutely not. It is not worth $25. Again, he comes with 0 accessories except for an arm of Cassie Lang, which is a Build-A-Figure that nobody wants. It is a reused body that they've used 1,000 times, blank, no, just a paint job and a new head. Again, for everybody who paid $25 for this figure, a pure profit situation for Hasbro. Next, we have Ultron, Ali sticker. Is this a $25 figure? I'm sorry. Absolutely not. Because this figure is the exact same as this figure. They did nothing. Except I think he has a new head. I'm not going to open it because I promised it to somebody. And I don't want to give them an open figure. Mind you, I should open it because it's a windowless box, and there could be a hot dog or an avocado in here, but we're going to go ahead and risk it. So, homeboy, if there's a hot dog or an avocado in this, Believe me, I wasn't the one that did it. But this is the same body and same thing as this one. So what they did was they just swept this off the factory floor, gave it a, looks like a somewhat different head maybe. And this could be the head that came with the RetroCard Vision for all I know. And then charged $25 for it. So no, this is definitely not a $25 figure. But they charged $25 for it. Here you go. Is this a $25 figure? My man, the tarantula. No, it is not a $25 figure. Again, the same body that we just looked at. At the very least, he has a couple of pointy toes and a new head. Not even extra hands. And you know, give me something. Give me something, Hasbro. Give me something. This is not a $25 figure. Again, pure profit. Pure profit for the Hasbro Corporation. But we're not here just to crap on Hasbro. We're here to somewhat praise him a little bit. Jack-o'-lantern. Is he a $25 figure? We're going to say yes. He is a $25 figure. Yes, it's a familiar body, but it looks like he has some new hands, some new feet, some new accessories. The head is off the chain. He has a glider. So I would say absolutely this is a $25 figure. Mr. Jack-o'-lantern. Well done, Hasbro. Point being that if you bought this figure, you got your money's worth. How about Lady Bullseye? Is she a $25 figure? We're going to say yes, she is. Even though this is a very commonly used body, and it is just plain with paint, but this is a somewhat newer body. It's pinless, and Lady Bullseye is loaded with accessories: fans, size, hands, sword, and of course she even has a Build-A-Figure piece for the mindless one. So we would say buying this figure is a $25. This is definitely, well, not definitely, this is a $25 figure. And we're going with $25 because that's what they charge. We're not going to go back to $19. We're going with the current pricing model. Tombstone right here. Is this a $25 figure? We're going to say yes. Tombstone is a $25 figure. He's on a newer body. He has a pair of hands, an extra head. He has a weapon, and he's large. He's a tall guy. Yes. I mean, I don't even know what. Is this the Hammerhead? I don't know what body this is. This could be new. This could be a brand new body for all I know. I don't know what they put Tombstone on. But my point being that this is a $25 figure if you were to ask me. Warbird. Is Warbird a $25 figure? She doesn't feel like one. She's really light. But we're going to go ahead and say yes, Warbird here is definitely a $25 figure. We have an extra head, two pair of hands, effects, we've seen these effects before. But more importantly, this is a brand new body, which I think has only been used maybe 3 or 4 times, for 3 or 4 characters, which means they haven't even come close to getting their money's worth off this new mold. So yeah, Warbird is a $25 figure. You know what? I should do a review of Warbird because I haven't seen a review of this figure yet. Which brings us to these two guys. Are these $35 figures? Well, no, they are not $35 figures. Why aren't they $35 figures? Each one is different on why they're not $35 figures. But let's cut these fly boys open. Here go our 2 respective $35 figures, which are not worth $35. Because apparently what we're doing here, we're paying a premium for things these figures absolutely positively have to have, which is wings, unless, of course, you sell the figure without wings, which Hasbro has made a precedent of doing with Sam Wilson, Captain America, and the Vulture, either by making you buy 6 figures to get the wings in Sam Wilson and the Vulture, or simply just don't package a Sam Wilson Captain America with wings, which seems wrong to me. But here we go. And one of the problems that we face with these figures is that both of these figures are in need. Now, admittedly, in the grand scheme of things, need, as humans, consists of food, water, shelter, and sex. But as an action figure collector, and if you are an action figure collector and you have an X-Men shelf, you need a Warren Worthington III Classic Angel. Mad love for this guy, but his time passed. He's 16 years old. Mind you, some lovely wings he has, but he is a extremely dated figure. This is a good figure. And mind you, his wings are lovely too. You know, I gotta love them. And so we had no problem. Obviously, we did have a problem, or so we wouldn't be talking about it. But we paid the $35 we needed to replace this guy because his time has passed. We have never had a comic book Sam Wilson Captain America. There was the comic book Sam Wilson Captain America that came out in 2016 as part of that 3-pack. Strange thing, this is the exact same figure from 8 years ago. So basically what Hasbro did was find a figure on the factory floor. Oh, I'm sorry, Archangel. Archangel is here just to let us know that while Archangel is cool, he is definitely somebody you want on various shelves. He just isn't going to do on a classic X-Men shelf. You need this guy, who, due to his wings, is really having trouble standing even on the stand. But we're going to let him lay down for a minute. This guy is an 8-year-old body in which they just went ahead and put some wings on him. And these wings that he has, man, it is a dickens to keep them connected to this backpack they gave us. I mean, they gave us an 8-year-old body, which, you know, I am assuming they didn't have to pay much for. And then attached a $3 pair of wings and a backpack to him. He did get a nice new, newly painted shield, which we do like. We do like we like the way it looks. What we don't like is the prototypical clip-on, you know, back on. But of course, he has to hold it because he can't slap it on his back because, you know, his backpack is there. So again, I needed this guy. I absolutely, as far as action figure collecting goes, I needed a Captain America Sam Wilson with wings. And so, you know, they sold me for $35. As it turns out, this isn't a discussion on the quality of the action figures. Both of these action figures are actually quite good. You know, this is a good action figure. The wings are wonderful. The body is tight. The sculpt is nice. He has a second head. He has a second pair of hands. Even though this body is old as fuck, it's still a very good body. It still looks great. It still does all the action figure things that you would need a Sam Wilson to do. It is old as fuck, but dang, it is still a very good body. I think they should have updated it, but they didn't. So we really can't harp on that. This is about the price that we paid for it. The reason I showed you these really low price figures is that in a business that cares about its consumers, so you have this cheap ass action figure that you charge $25 for. This $5 action figure that you charge $25 for, which really should belong at Five Below. Because the majority of the action figures I showed you, they're not worth $25 in any universe. And every once in a while, you get an action figure that's actually worth what you paid for it in Tombstone. This is the legitimate $25 action figure. Every once in a while, and this is debatable even. This is debatable. You get a figure that's worth a little bit more than $25. That is if you really consider having wings an accessory that's worth paying a premium for. Therefore, they should cost $25 too. You know, take a slight loss because you made up all of your ground on future Ant-Man and Tarantula and those other bullshit figures that you gave us. And then just go ahead and give us these figures for the regular price of $25. And you have happy consumers who aren't making videos about how you ripped us off yet again. Good action figures though. Now I have no doubt that at some point both of these guys are going to drop in price in some kind of way. I don't think they'll show up at Ollie's or Ross's drop in price, but I'm pretty sure there'll be deals and sales where they'll be less than $35, buy one get one free or whatever for both of them. Again, even though, you know, I am the discount action figure dude, as I've often said, if I want a figure, I'll buy a figure. You know, and I wanted both of these. Didn't want to risk it, didn't want to chance it. I wanted to go ahead and purchase them. I am happy to have both of these figures. I am sad that I paid $70 for both of these figures between the two of them. Keep collecting.